Hello everyone, Luke here. Welcome to Airport Season 2, Episode Number 1. I'm bringing this series back by popular demand. Several people have asked me why I ended Season 1. To make a long story short, a two-letter acronym will say it all, RL. Anyway, we're back on the air and in the air. Each episode will feature different airports. We will bring you historical facts and other interesting information about each airport. We are also introducing a new feature highlighting special hangar builds and airport displays. More about that after we're airborne. This week, we'll fly from Cinsal International Airport to Fjellmark Field, home of the Chinooks. As we prepare for takeoff, I'd like to give you some historical background on Cinsal International Airport. Cinsal has been in operation for 8 years, opening the second week of February 2016. The original owners and builders were Miss Sina Warwick and Cindy Ann Warwick, with Cindy being responsible for most of the construction. Cinsal is an ideal place for air shows as it faces open water sims to the south. I asked Selena if she had any advice for airport owners here, and this is what she said. My advice to anyone opening an airport: keep it open to the general public and try to say hi to visitors when they fly in and land. You'll be surprised at how that makes people feel being greeted by the actual owner of the airport. It only takes a minute, and it's the best way to start the word of mouth about your airport. Very good advice, Selena. I asked Selena if there was anything else she would like to tell us about Cinsal or SL Aviation in general, and here's what she said. Cinsal was originally built in a time when a few airports wouldn't allow certain planes built by certain people to enter their regions. I wanted a place that was open to any and everyone. We purchased the first parcel of property in Agrippa back in July 24th, 2015. At that time, we never would have imagined that we were standing on the same ground where one of Second Life's best airports would be located. The airport went through several changes as more and more land was bought to expand it to a full sim airport. We brought the air shows back to life in SL, where before most teams were dormant or performing single team shows at best at their home field bases. Our first air show had a crowd turnout bigger than we had thought would show up. It also included, for the first time, and probably the last, Danny and Bree from Danny Airplanes and Shanna from Shanna Aircrafts, sitting in the same bleachers during the show. We strived from the beginning to promote aviation in SL to the fullest, helping who we could, when we could, and we had more fun than we could have ever imagined, doing it with the help of everyone in the SL aviation community. Blue skies to all you flyheads out there, Selena Warwick, Cindy Ann Warwick, and everyone else from the Cinsal family. I spoke with the new owner, Azrael DeMonica, and asked him some questions about the takeover and also their plans for future expansion development of the airport. And here's what he told me, that they took over the airport in September 2023 after the Fleet Week event, and they wanted to keep that takeover quiet as not to disturb the continuity of the event. So that people wouldn't be upset and thinking things were going to change. And then after the event, they announced that Selena and Cindy were stepping down as owners. Cinsal recently went through an upgrade with new hangars, and here's what Azrael said about that. Yes, after some time and listening to the needs and wants of our hangar renters, we decided it was time to upgrade the hangars and make them bigger, along with helipads and offices. The old hangars were really meant for smaller personal aircraft, so as you can see here in the video, how they expanded it and really cleaned up and made a neat looking build here. So great job on that upgrade. I wanted to do a special shout out here for Dawn DeMonica, who is Azrael's partner and also the manager here at Cinsal Airport, and she does a great job of keeping things running and keeping all the rentals straight and putting up the hangars, and you do a great job here, Dawn, and we do really appreciate it. Thank you very much. I asked Azrael about upcoming events and air shows, and here's what he said. We are excited to announce we will be having our second annual Halloween Bash event weekend with air shows by Team Phoenix and the Blue Angels and some other teams that we're currently working on to join us for the 3-day event. Along with that will be a full sim Halloween themed park carnival with daily shows and events going on, closing day Halloween dance with tons of awesome prizes and contests. We're also proud to announce the return of our very own Red Arrows of SL Aerobatic team with their first ever appearance with an opening day flyover to kick off the event. Any advice for airport owners or people thinking about starting an airport? Here's what Azrael said. My advice would be to make sure you can afford to sustain and cover the cost of such a costly venture on your own without any support of rental money to do it, and to treat that rental money as a blessing if you get it, not to be relying on it solely. I have seen too many people set out with a vision to start an airport thinking they will be able to pay for it with the rental money or donate, only to find they are not able to do it and sadly lose their dream shortly after that. And that's very true. If you're depending on rent to keep your airport open, you probably won't do it. I've heard some people tell me they break even. I don't know if that's every month or they just have months where they have broken even, but you can't charge enough rent to cover your costs. If you raise the rent high enough to do that, nobody will rent your hangars, so it's kind of a catch-22 there with that. Anything else you'd like to say about Cinsal and aviation in general? And here's what Azrael said. I'd like to say we are living in exciting times within the SL aviation community. There has been so many new areas and airport events open to us all. I encourage you to get out there and explore them. But if you happen to enjoy visiting certain places or events, do your best to show them some Linden love and give support to those locations with even a small donation, and show them that you appreciate all they do for us. And I can only say amen to that. Thank you, Azrael. Thank you, Cindy and Selena, for building Cinsal Airport and giving us such a great place to play. Now on with our flight. In my open, I told you about a new feature that I'm going to call Build of the Month. We'll be looking at unique airport buildings as well as aircraft. If you have any builds in mind that fit this category, shoot me an IM and I'll get with you about doing a segment. This month's build is a hangar at Angels N1 Airport. The hangar was set up by my friend Mandi. I first met Mandi at Bastogne World War II combat sims. I sent Mandi some questions about her hangar build. She submitted her answers on a note card, and so I sent the note card to Bob, the flight computer, and he ran it through his AI program to put a voice to the words. The voice you're about to hear is not Mandi's real voice, but that of one of Bob's AI girlfriends. Bob, roll the Mandi interview. Hey, Mandi, thanks for letting me film your hangar here and feature it in Airport to Airport. And I think this is really a great kickoff to our new series here. So the Fallout video games and the Prime Video series was obviously the inspiration for your Vault Tech hangar theme. Tell us why you decided to use that for a GTFO hangar.
I've always been a fan of the Fallout games, having played them since the first one was released in 1997. I always enjoyed the lore and open world aspects. The TV series, I feel, showed it right as well. I really enjoyed the first series and am looking forward to the second. As for using it for my GTFO theme, I was painting a Buzzworks UE for fun. I did a Brotherhood of Steel theme and quite liked the way it looked.
How long did the build take?
The build as a whole was around 3 to 4 weeks of testing to see what would work and what would not. Land impact management also played a big role. It was time I sort of did it as a project to keep my mind occupied and busy. I was going through a bit of a rough patch at the time at work, so I needed a project to stay positive.
You're an active role player in Second Life. Is there a Fallout roleplay group here?
I do love to role play, and I currently play at WW2 Bastogne. I have looked for Fallout-themed Sims, but sadly I have not found one. I would love to be a part of one. I do feel roleplay communities are struggling. It's a shame, as they can offer so much to people who can't or won't rent homes and can call roleplay Sims home.
Being an active GTFO hub, I assume that anyone can use the hangar.
The GTFO hub belongs to Angels Airport and Marina, so yes, my hangar is open to all who wish to visit. It's my vision that pilots would use it as a rest stop. We have fuel, food, beer, and soon, a small sleeping space.
You're renting quite a large hangar here. Actually, I think it's 2 hangars put together. So I know you have a fairly substantial land impact. I'm sure this is not cheap. Is there any way users can help support you? Maybe you have a tip jar?
Well, I'm a community-based person, and I just want to help communities grow. But if people wish to donate, I ask that it go towards Angels Airport. After all, if the airport wasn't here, none of this would be here for our enjoyment.
Do you have any plans to build or to open up other Vault-Tec themed attractions?
That is a good question. If I can acquire enough land one day, then maybe I would like to.
Anything else you'd like to say about your hangar, GTFO, Fallout, or your life here in Second Life?
I would like to say I'm new to flying on the mainland and to GTFO. I'm only level 20 in GTFO, so I'm very new, but I am enjoying every second of it. I fly for fun, so I'm not as skilled at it yet as I would like to be. There are a few people I want to thank. Firstly, David Lee. Without his help and advice, this hangar would not be here. He also helped with my mainland flying, so I would not be where I am now without his help. Second is Princess Dolly. She helped me settle in when I first arrived at Angels. She has been the best since I got here, always helpful and full of great advice. I want to thank all the kind players out there who let me land in their places when I'm low on fuel, and especially that kind man who let me land in his front garden. I have met some great people while flying on the mainland, and I hope to meet many more. Lastly, you, Luke, for taking the time to do this video. It's appreciated.
Well, thank you, Mandi. That's an awesome build there, and I really enjoyed touring your hangar. I wish you all the best there and for any future endeavors you might have. Hey, if anyone out there has a build that they'd like me to feature in Airport to Airport Episode 2, just shoot me an IM and I'll get with you about doing that. Now on with our flight to Fjellmark Field.
Under your wing, everything is alright. Nothing ever will be quite the same. And I wouldn't say that it's been a hard time. With you it's always easy as can be. I could wait a long, long time to prove that I am true. I hope you believe me. I will stay and never go away. Another time we could have been like strangers, turning as we passed along the street. In another place where none of this would matter, days have passed and wishes have been lost. I could wait a long, long time to prove that I am true. I hope you believe me. I
Okay, I'm on the ground safely here at Fjellmark Field. This is really an easy and fun flight, and I love this airfield. Please stay tuned to Airport Episode 2. I'll give you the rundown on this airport of Fjellmark Field. And taking off from here, we will head to one of the grid's newest airports, Cluis Municipal Airfield. It's on the northern coast of Gaeta 5. On the way, we'll make a layover at Hollywood Airport for a special tribute to Mark Twain White. It's going to be an interesting and informative show. Please be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons here so that you don't miss a single episode of Airport to Airport. This is Luke Flywalker saying blue skies, and I'll see y'all next time.